Hey guys, I'm going to be showing you how to remove and replace the front sway bar links on your 2011 Honda CR-V. Today we're going to be installing these TTX line sway bar links from Mevotech. These are top quality, probably the beefiest, strongest, best sway bar links you can purchase, and I doubt you're probably ever going to have to replace them if you buy these. These are a completely oversized joint, so they're built to take a beating, and also they're a greasable joint as well. They do come pre-greased, but if you feel the need to grease them, you can grease them. They do include new hardware, and also you get a wrench as well in the box, which is nice for holding the stud in case you need to hold it. Sometimes this will spin. And they've also have a hex key cut out in the end of the stud as well. Just another way to hold the stud. So yeah, besides that, they look sick. And they have a really nice seal design on there. That's one thing that they're always bragging about, is the rubber boot seal is just another overkill design. So if you're looking for quality parts, TTX from Mevotech got you covered. So let's get this thing ready to go. Obviously, you're gonna have to get the vehicle jacked up and get the wheel off. You should have 5 19mm wheel nuts, so let's get the wheel off. Okay, so here's our sway bar link located right here. Now we've got one fastener that's facing us that's going to be pretty easy to get to, and the other one is facing inwards, which is going to be a little trickier to get to. You can see that there are threads that are exposed, and these ones are pretty rusty, so it's key that we clean those the best that we can to really maximize the chance of getting this nut off without it fighting all the way. So I'm going to get a drill with a wire wheel, and we're going to start by cleaning the ends of the stud that are exposed and rusty. The bottom one's going to be a little more difficult because it's so close to the control arm. You really can't get in there too well. So do the best that you can to try to clean that up, and then once you've got it cleaned up the best you can, we're going to spray it with some penetrating oil. And we're gonna just let that sit for 10 minutes. Okay, I've got myself a pair of needle nose vice grips, and what we're gonna do is just try to slip in behind in order to clamp down on the stud to keep the stud from spinning. Most likely what's gonna happen is you're going to loosen off that nut, and then it's just going to spin the stud. And you want to get the best clamp that you can on there. Really get a hold of it. Okay, now that that's on there, the nuts are going to be 18mm. So I'm going to go for my 1/2-inch impact gun, straight 1/2-inch impact socket. And now we've got to get the bottom one off. Okay, I've got a great big 18mm wrench that I have wedged in there. And now we're going to see if we can break this thing loose. Pretty tight. It is in like a pretty bad spot as far as getting leverage goes. You can see the stud there, how it's just spinning the stud. So that's why we need the vice grips in there, and let's get those installed right now. Yeah, so unfortunately, you're just gonna have to fight this off. What you could do if you're doing both sides, you could go do the other side, loosen it off just like this one, and that's going to allow you to basically pivot the sway bar itself upwards, and it's gonna get that joint away from the control arm to give you some more room to get in there. I need to Okay, we've got that off, and now we're ready to install our new one. Just remove the nuts. And we have to go in behind this ABS wiring harness, but we just simply poke that bottom stud through just enough so that you can get a nut started on it. The nice thing about these is I find every time I install one of these TTX links, putting the nut on is very, very easy. Even though it has the nylon insert to act as a thread locker, you literally just wrench it on by hand like butter. See how easy that was? It just went right on, didn't spin the stud. Very nice. Some of the aftermarket ones can spin the stud and then you got to try to hold it and you're just mucking around. Okay. I should have tightened this up. It's right against the control arm, so you can't even put a wrench on it. All right, this one I'm gonna have to hold the stud. It sucks because I got like the ratchets like pressed right up against the control arm. Yeah, so guys, if you're doing this at home, just undo the top ones on both sides and then lift the sway bar up to gain access to these. We're just, we can't undo the other one right now. So we're just stuck doing it this way, but it's not impossible. I just got a pry bar underneath it. Cameraman's holding it. You could always like just ratchet strap the pry bar or wedge something underneath there to get that sway bar up. Once you get these snug down, we're gonna torque them down to 58 foot-pounds. All right, let's get a torque wrench on these. Like I say, 58 foot-pounds. And that's pretty much it once you get those torqued down. Now, like I say, they do come pre-greased. If you wanted to add grease, you got that luxury because they have grease fittings on them. Completely up to you. That's pretty much it. It's the same procedure for the driver's side. But after that, we're just pretty much ready to put the wheel on, get that zip back up. All right, so you're basically just going to put the wheel nuts on, start them by hand. You're gonna tighten them down in a 5-star pattern, do 2 passes of that. The wheel torque for this vehicle is 80 foot-pounds from Honda. And personally myself, I'm gonna put them to 100. That's just my preference. But you should always re-torque the wheel nuts after 60 miles or 100 kilometers of driving, just to ensure that after the wheel is settled from driving, everything's cool. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. Hopefully the video was a help, and if it was, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to check out any of the parts that we installed today from Mevotech, or from their TTX line, or even just any of their other lines, you can go to mevotech.com. They got a whole lineup of parts and lots of goodies for your vehicle. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.